6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says comprehensive training program has been launched to fully harness capabilities of youth of the country. President embarks on 4-day official visit to Bahrain tomorrow. Information Minister says terrorist elements will not be allowed to promote their ideology. Minister for Maritime Affairs has said government is focused on improving ease of doing business to support industrial activity. Minister for National Health Services has emphasized that Pakistan must adopt modern health insurance. All Parties Hurriyat Conference has announced to observe India's Republic Day on 26th of this month as Black Day. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has said Pakistani youth possesses immense potential and a comprehensive program has been launched to fully harness their capabilities. He was chairing a review meeting in Islamabad today on the newly introduced ecosystem for vocational training in the country. The Prime Minister expressed satisfaction over the recent performance of National Vocational and Technical Training Commission and directed the authorities to set new targets for technical and vocational training programs. He also instructed that effective implementation of the Apprenticeship Act must be ensured. Shehbaz Sharif termed the provision of international certifications to Pakistani manpower to enhance global competitiveness as a welcome development. The Prime Minister directed the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Overseas Pakistanis to expedite measures to increase employment opportunities for Pakistani skilled youth workers in Gulf countries. He further directed that a biometric attendance system must be implemented for trainees and instructors in all NAFTEC partner training institutions. He stressed the need to expand NAFTEC programs in collaboration with provincial institutions so that a larger workforce could benefit from training opportunities. Shehbaz Sharif emphasized that providing youth with training and international certification in skills that are in high global demand is the government's top priority. Prime Minister directed that action must be taken against NAFTEC-affiliated institutions whose performance is unsatisfactory, including the suspension of their membership. He further directed to make complete digitalization of NAFTEC system and online monitoring mechanisms more effective. The meeting was informed that NAFTEC has achieved all training targets assigned by the Prime Minister. It was stated that third-party validation of vocational training programs is being ensured, including biometric attendance of trainees and the maintenance of high standards for trainers. The meeting was told that Pakistan's first skill-based bond has been launched under NAFTEC, enabling results-based funding for vocational training from the private sector. The meeting was further informed that over 10,000 people benefited from pilot projects of industry-specific vocational training, while 2,600 new institutions were registered. President Asif Ali Zardari is undertaking a 4-day official visit to Bahrain from tomorrow. He will be accompanied by a high-level delegation. During the visit, the President will hold meetings with King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa of Bahrain and Crown Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa. The discussions will focus on bilateral, regional and international issues of mutual interest. The visit seeks to reinforce Pakistan's long-standing cooperation with the brotherly Gulf nation while expanding opportunities for collaboration in trade and economic partnership, defense and security, and people-to-people ties. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Ataullah Tarar says terrorist elements will not be allowed to promote their narrative or ideology. Addressing Qawmi Paigam-e-Amn Committee conference in Islamabad today, he said that the entire nation is united in its resolve to completely eradicate the menace of terrorism. Commending the role of religious scholars in safeguarding the country's ideological frontiers and maintenance of peace, the Information Minister stated that Qawmi Paigam-e-Amn Committee will visit different parts of the country to spread Islam's message of peace. He said terrorists have got nothing to do with Islam, Pakistan or humanity. This is Radio Pakistan. Minister for National Health Services Syed Mustafa Kamal has emphasized that Pakistan must adopt modern insurance of health and strategic purchasing models. He was chairing 34th National Steering Committee meeting of the Sehat Sahulat program in Islamabad today. The committee reviewed the progress on the restoration and launch of universal health coverage services to all permanent resident families of ICT, Azad Jammu and Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. Minister for Maritime Affairs Mohammad Junaid Anwar Chaudhry has unveiled a long-term vision to develop port industrial complex under a comprehensive master plan. He was chairing a meeting about the outlining of the port industrial complex vision in Islamabad today. The minister emphasized placing strong emphasis on climate resilience and strict environmental compliance with materializing the plan. He said the Port Qasim Climate and Resilient Industrial Hub could generate tens of billions of dollars in economic impact over the next 2 decades, strengthening Pakistan's industrial base. He said the industrial complex of Port Qasim has been divided into 3 zones, including the Northern Western Zone, the Eastern Zone, and the Southwestern Zone. The minister said the government is focused on improving ease of doing business, streamline approvals, and enhancing infrastructure to support further industrial activity. Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Industries and Production, Harun Akhtar, has said that the government is taking special steps for the development of small and medium industries across the country. He was talking to Sindh Chief Minister Syed Murad Ali Shah in Karachi today. They agreed to collaborate for the development of small industries. The meeting decided to establish a coordination committee for the development of small industries, starting new projects and recommending various concessions by the federal and provincial governments. 6 police persons, including additional SHO, were martyred in an improvised explosive device blast near Kotwali area of District Tank today. According to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa police, terrorists targeted the armored police vehicle en route from Gomal to Tank. President Asif Ali Zardari and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif have expressed deep grief and sorrow over the martyrdom of police personnel in a terrorist attack in District Tank. In their separate statements today, they prayed for the eternal peace of departed souls and extended heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families. The President paid tribute to the martyred police officials for their valor and sacrifice. The Prime Minister ordered an immediate investigation into the incident and directed that those responsible be brought to justice at the earliest. He reaffirmed the government's commitment to complete eradication of terrorism from the country. All Parties Hurriyat Conference has called upon people in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and across the world to observe India's Republic Day on 26th of this month as Black Day in protest against the illegal occupation of their homeland. According to Kashmir Media Service, posters featuring jailed Hurriyat leaders have appeared in Srinagar, highlighting the Sopur, Kokadal, Kupwara and Handwara massacres of January by Indian forces. The posters reaffirm that Kashmiris be not abandon their demand for the right to self-determination and will continue their struggle till its logical end. Palestinians in the Gaza Strip have staged a protest as humanitarian and environmental conditions continue to deteriorate to catastrophic levels following Israel's 2-year-long genocide in the enclave. Protesters called upon the UN to fulfill its responsibilities and stand with the people of Gaza as the humanitarian crisis deepens. Since the start of winter, 21 Palestinians have died from cold in Gaza Strip, while the humanitarian crisis has worsened due to the Israeli blockade, ongoing attacks, and widespread displacement. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very cold in hilly areas during the next 12 hours. However, partly cloudy weather is expected in upper and central parts during evening and night. Moderate to dense fog is likely to persist in Punjab, Upper Sindh and plain areas of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.